What's on Drea's mind? Wouldn't you like to know? Today we are at Maymont Park, and I'm thinking that this is going to be a great day tripping idea, but I'll be able to tell you more in about, give me like 15-20 minutes to get a feel for the place. Okay, you lucked up. It's a go. So let's get ready to see Maymont. It's located in Richmond, Virginia, and it's a large estate, so I hope you packed your tennis shoes. One of the first observations I made is that parking is limited. I know they have different places around the estate to park, but in this section right here, the lines weren't well painted, so the parking was a little bit crazy. We were able to find a spot, so just keep that in mind. It's like a carriage house. It was an old school carriage, barn, garage. It's big. It's an herb garden. It's really rustic feeling. I have to check the size of this garden, but it's in the heart of like a neighborhood in Richmond. So you're almost surprised that it's here, because right across the street you just have this small little neighborhood, and then bam, you know, hundreds of acres or however many acres of garden. Let's see. So I was right. I said like a barn or a carriage house, herb garden, carriage house, exactly, and water tower. Real quick aerial shot so we can see what we're getting into today. They have the stone barn, herb garden, which we just saw that. So we came in from this way. We're heading this way. The fountain. Oh, so that's the carriage house, so it's different. So this is just a barn. That's the carriage house. Water tower, staple row, garden hall, coop, garage, and then the mansion. And unfortunately, the mansion is closed right now. They're doing some type of renovations. We're at the fountain now, and this is actually a rather large fountain. Let's see if it's shallow. I can't tell because I'm not facing it, but I'm going to turn around and see if this is a shallow fountain. But it's really big. It definitely makes a statement. We next stopped off at the Welcome Center to gather our tickets. But in this center, you can also take a little tour around. It serves as like a little museum to give you a little more history about the Dooley family and the estate. So the sun is coming out, and it seems like it's going to be lovely. I may be able to even lose this jacket, so I will try to capture more footage without a lot of distractions. But there's a wedding going on, and unfortunately it's in the section that we wanted to go see. So the lady told us that the wedding is, this section will be closed off for the wedding, just for the ceremony, and then they should open it back up. So we're going to try to structure our day where we tour other parts of the park, and then we'll circle back to the Japanese garden. But I'm going to just snag some footage because it's a vast estate. She said it's 100 acres. So just enjoy this view. And let me pay attention because you could easily fall and hurt yourself here. Fountain, that's beautiful. You wouldn't suspect that this huge estate was even here. Look how big it is in this area. The James River. Yeah, you got the map in your hand, right? I almost feel like this is a castle. I mean, I can't imagine this being someone's private estate. This was someone's home. And they had this built for their own enjoyment. I'm sure they did a lot of entertaining. You can literally hear the James River. It's right there, just on the other side of the trees. Let's see if I can zoom in to get it. Right there, right there. This place is really huge, and you have that sense of just feeling so small when you're here and wondering, like, is this someone's private estate? It's so huge. Okay, I'm ear hustling. Let me get out of the conversation, although it was funny. So we are entering the Japanese garden, and I guess our timing was spot on because the wedding doesn't start until noon. So they hadn't closed this section off yet. So we get an opportunity to see this area. And it is very, the terrain is treacherous. I mean, you definitely want to have your tennis shoes on, no heels. It's uneven. And like this, look how little the step is. My foot can hang off the edge of the step. I mean, you have to be very careful. Be alert, be attentive. Don't try to record your video and walk at the same time. Hint, hint. Gosh, these steps. I mean, I do congratulate them for putting them in. They're beautiful, but it's stone and it's natural stone, so they just work with what they have. But they're like wedged and they've settled into the ground and they're lopsided and can't be perfect. But wow, that's like a little secret hidden nook over there, and you have water here. Oh, I'm totally doing this. I am so going. Entering into the secret garden. Okay, so I can see there's a grotto in here and a fountain. 100 acres is a lot of maintenance. And I'm sure that if they have it set up for a function, it will be real nice. So it's daytime and the vastness of this place may not be coming across, but it's big and it would be a lot of work. So, you know how scouts go to a location first and they check it out and they wrap their mind around how they want to present it? That's essentially what I'm doing. I'm scouting this location out because I don't want to waste your time, and I want to make sure you have the best places to day trip to. heard that? They just tied the knot. You hear all the yelling, all the congratulatory screams. Can you hear that? Is my audio picking that up? This section of the Japanese garden is so picturesque, I just had to get a selfie here. A great feature of having your cell phones or being able to take pictures or take video is to capture the moment. Unfortunately, you don't really get the true feel or the magnitude of the area that you're in or the things that you're looking at. I just had to get a video of this tree here. Let's see if I can. This tree is huge. I'm gonna turn it around so you can see it. On the tree, and there are some walnuts on the ground. So look, this is what it looks like when it's, I guess, not ripe yet, and then it starts to dry out, and this looks more like what you know to be a walnut. Look at it. Hand me the paper so I can. So it's green on the outside, and then I'm stepping on one. And then once you peel back the outer, and you can see it looks like this, and that's what we buy at the store. Okay, we're walking up the hill now. So we were down there, and we're heading up the hill, and it definitely sets the tone. Not necessarily for this, because that looks like that's the family's mausoleum, but sitting high on the hill is the family's mansion. And again, from the bottom of the hill, you can hear, I'm not sure if that's the freeway and it's cars rushing or the river, but for the sake of this video, let's pretend. I'm going to say it's the river. Could you imagine? Because back in the day when they lived here, it wasn't like it was a huge I-95 with cars zipping up and down. So imagine being in your estate, and you just come out into your terrace, and you can see the river, you look down over your property. How beautiful. And of course, this is for the people who are more fortunate to afford this, because not everyone was sitting high on a hog or living high on a hog. But at least now we get the privilege of visiting their estates. Let me walk very carefully because it's kind of tricky to navigate. We get to visit all these estates and take this in. And I was a little bit leery initially, but now that I kind of have a feel for how I want to capture this day tripping video, I know that there are great things that you can do if you were to come here either by yourself as an artist and you want to draw or sketch, or if you're just wanting to think, read, have a picnic. It's a great place to come to on a date. And they're going to be having a glow event this month, in the month of October, where they light up certain parts of, look at that glow. I'm glowing. They're going to have a glow event, and I'm totally glowing. The sun is definitely doing its thing. I don't know where I put my eyeglasses, but they're going to be doing an event, and it's called like the Garden Glow, where they illuminate certain areas of the Japanese garden, and I'm sure that's going to be a spectacular thing to look at. But for right now, back to me explaining to you, day tripping with Drea. This could be a great place for you to come to. It's free, so don't expect a well manicured garden, but do expect a vast area. It's 100 acres to walk and to look and just to take in the sights. And if you want to go ahead and splurge, pay a little extra so you can go into the nature center or into the mansion, which is just right up the hill. So I'm going up there next, but it would be nice to live like this every day, wouldn't it? Just huge property in your estate, acres and acres for your animals, because they also have animals on this side of the estate. If you put yourself back in the time that they lived here, and I can't remember, so I had the name of the family as well as the time frame that they were in this property. And I know that they didn't stay here during the summer. They would travel during the summer, and then eventually they would go to their summer house, which I think is up north. But I guess essentially I love nature. Honestly, I love a little bit of everything because I love the city life too, but I love nature. So today we're just totally enjoying nature, I mean, the sun shining on my face. I'm totally getting my vitamin D right now. There's a little bit of a breeze blowing. My husband is over there probably wishing that I would hurry up. So let me wrap this up so I can get back to my date. To add to the list of ideas of the things that you could do, you could also pack a picnic, bring that with you, because this estate is huge and it's not like you don't have a sense of privacy, and you could have your pictures taken. I saw a couple other families there having their fall pictures taken professionally. Not to mention, as I said earlier, there was a wedding going on. So we've later discovered there was not one, but there were 2 weddings. It's a great venue. Do you know what this is called? And you know, you could take a guess though. Do you know what this is used for? Do you know what it's called? And do you know how it was used? Put your comment in the section below. Unfortunately, the mansion is closed for a preservation project. I'm happy for them, but I'm sad we're not getting an opportunity to go in. I'm running into like these days where I come to my day tripping events and things are closed and I have to make another trip. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know which side is the front. Storing it. Let's see. You definitely have like the park in the front. You got your benches. That's what I said. I didn't know if this is the front, the side, the back. I don't know. Well, the doors on the side. I wish Mom could vote. Votes for women. If this is an authentic outfit, wow, were they petite. My daughter couldn't even fit into this. I think she's small. This is so, it's like a size 0. It's elegant, very ornate. Look at the details, but that waist is like, I don't know, 18 inches. You know, I'm just an Amazonian kind of woman, so when I see things like that, I'm like, it's so little. I don't know if it's that this is little or if I'm just big. I think I'm just big. I'm just the Amazon kind of woman. I say that jokingly, but there is truth in it because I'm like 5'10", and most women aren't that tall. Wow. Talking about riding in style. Look at these. Wow. These are cool. The Park Drag, Skeleton Boot Victoria, the miniature Sulky, the Bailey Buggy. Can't read that one. Isn't it awesome they were able to keep these things there?
These look like they were a little more modern, I guess.
Or the sleigh, which this is on my dream list, my bucket list, is to go on and it doesn't have to be a winter horse-drawn sleigh ride. Not one with wheels, one that's pulled like this, a sleigh by the horses, preferably with the little lantern, and I have on my burko or big fur blanket and just sipping through.
So do you think this one was like a monster jam of its time?
This one makes me think of the movie that we watched with where it was that winter storm and they all got held up in that cavern and they had like a little thing like that. This blizzard was coming.
Yes.
The stage. The backside of the carriage house. So we were on the inside of the carriage and we saw they have about between 10 to 12 different types of carriages, ones that span over the decades, the different type that were used. This is a huge banana plant. Look at those leaves. This is big. They're growing really healthy. Backside of the carriage house. Remember the weddings I told you about earlier today? Look, I captured a little bit of them in my footage. Oh, it just touches my heart when I see that. Oh, the commitment that they're jumping into. God bless them. I'm about to really be impressed. Thank you for spending the day with me in Maymont. Sorry we didn't get a chance to go to the nature center or inside of the mansion, but if you leave comments in the section below, you may be able to urge me to come back and get more footage. Or maybe you'll go and you can come back and tell me all about it. We've wrapped up seeing the park. Now let's go get something to eat. I'm hungry. We are just coming out of this place called Burger Bach. Oh my goodness, the food was phenomenal. We ate everything on the plate. And at first we was a little bit like, oh, we're not sure. But, whoa, the food was so good. So, I would highly recommend coming here to eat if you're in the RVA area. Although we were both totally stuffed, oh man, we could not turn down ice cream from Jenny's. It was right across the street. So we decided to share some ice cream. I wish this could be recorded in smell-o-vision. You would definitely thank me for that. It's that time to close out another successful day tripping with Drea. Thank you so much for watching. Click here to watch the next video in this series.